Hello, my name is Heather Gonzalez, and I strongly believe that the United States should continue to pressure Denmark to take Greenland, whether through military or economic means. In a recent press conference, the Prime Minister of Greenland stated that a NATO country acquiring another NATO country would be akin to adding a puzzle piece to the U.S. allyship of countries. I would argue that this would be beneficial for both Denmark and Greenland. Greenland has a population of approximately 55,000. So it is not surprising that the country does not have its own military force. This is extremely alarming as the territory is surrounded by water, leaving the tens of thousands of its people defenseless from an aerial or sea attack. Denmark's whole military strength is approximately 20,000 personnel, with about 2,000 of them comprising their navy. In the event of an attack against Greenland or even Denmark, the Danish Navy would not be able to adequately deploy their forces to protect their territory of Greenland or even further defend Denmark. Denmark currently has a highly developed and strong economy, and if the U.S. was to purchase Greenland, Denmark could utilize their funds to further their own economy. If the U.S. was to take Greenland by military means, it could do so in a non-forceful way, setting a port of entry across its coastal lands for the U.S. military to set up defense posts. Taking a look at the map, the United States has many allies across the globe. So here's the United States, and at the pins are just a few of the places that the U.S. Navy military have set up defenses, posts, and naval port of entries for port calls. The U.S. Navy may tend to use their vessels for refueling and they may tend to use them for refueling and repairing while in these ports, but they also utilize them for thousands of sailors on board to receive some well-deserved morale visiting a different country. The influx of personnel visiting boosts tourism and overall helps the local economy in these port cities. On the strategic front, a U.S. nuclear power aircraft porting in a country means that the area is backed by one of the most powerful nations, and its presence alone deters another country from invading. A prime example of this deterrent is in South Korea. The largest overseas military base resides in South Korea. They've been there for decades. The U.S. military presence in the country has helped to keep adversaries such as China, North Korea, and Russia from attempting any offensive maneuvers in or around South Korea in its highly disputed waters. All of these reasons would make great point for Greenland's acquirement by the U.S. from Denmark.